Birthday surprise. When Amelia does something Jamie never expected. A peaceful morning, but Amelia had planned it all along. Jamie's birthday was coming up, but he, like every year, never asked for anything. Jamie always said, "Just having you and the kids is enough." But this year, after all they had been through, Amelia wanted to give him something special. Something that would stay with him forever. Something that said everything she had never said in words. And she had been secretly preparing for almost 3 weeks. Jamie had no idea. Every time he heard Amelia whispering something to the kids, he thought they were talking about school or pets. Little did he know it was all part of the elaborate plan Amelia had designed down to the last detail. The morning of the special day, Jamie woke up in a house so quiet. Jamie's birthday was a Saturday morning. He woke up when his hand found its way to his side and Amelia was gone. Instead, there was a note on the pillow. "Happy birthday, my love. Today is a special day. But not in the way you think. Get up, and find us." Jamie laughed. "Find?" he frowned. The house was completely silent. No children laughing, no running feet, no Ginger barking. "This is definitely some kind of plot," Jamie said to himself, smiling as he put on his shirt. Going down to the kitchen, he found another note next to his hot coffee. "First thing you need to do, drink your coffee. But don't worry, this one's easy. The next one's harder." Jamie laughed out loud. "Amelia Warner, you're a mystery." He finished his coffee, as instructed, and saw the foot of the note sticking out from under the cup. He picked it up. Clue 1. Go to the place where I first kissed you the day we moved in. Jamie stood still for a moment. The back porch. Where they sat on the steps that year, the weather was cool, and he leaned down, kissed her while they discussed repainting the kitchen. A memory as light as a breeze. The first clue, the old kiss, came alive. When Jamie stepped out onto the back porch, he saw a small box on the steps. Inside was a photo. An old photo of themselves, taken secretly by Amelia. Jamie holding Amelia from behind, his chin resting on her shoulder, both smiling brightly. Amelia wrote on the back of the photo, "This is the day I realized. Home is not a place. Home is where you are." Jamie clutched the photo in her hand, her heart aching. There was a clue in the box. Clue 2. To the place where your piano plays for the first time in years. Jamie knew right away. The music room. The music room, the gift that made Jamie choke. The music room, the room with the old piano that Amelia had forgotten for years. Until she composed music for the recent movie, she used it again. When Jamie walked in, he saw a small USB stick placed on the keyboard with a piece of paper. "Listen to this song. I wrote it for you. Not for the movie. Not for the world. For you." Jamie took the USB stick and plugged it into the small speaker in the room. A melody played. Soft, warm, full of love. It was a song for him. And in the middle, Jamie heard Amelia's voice. She didn't sing clearly, just a soft, breathy hum, but it carried all the love she'd had for him for years. Jamie stood still, eyes slightly red. Next to the speaker was a new clue. Clue 3. Go to the place where the 3 daughters most want to give their father a present. Jamie laughed. The children's art room. The art room, the sweetest thing of the day. The little art room was on the 2nd floor, where the 3 girls would play with colors, paint, and create all sorts of things. When Jamie walked in, he saw 3 pictures placed in the middle of the room, along with 3 small gift boxes. The first picture, by the oldest, was of Jamie holding her as a baby, with a big heart on her back. The second picture, by the middle child, was of Jamie, Amelia, and her sisters smiling, holding hands. The third picture, by the youngest, was of a misshapen but adorable Jamie, with the scrawled words, "Daddy is my hero." Jamie laughed through her tears. The boxes contained 3 small items: a rubber band bracelet, a lucky stone, stalactite, and a handwritten note. "Daddy, happy birthday. Mommy said you were going to cry today. Are you going to cry? Little girl." Jamie hugged all 3 pictures to his chest. Laughter rang out behind him. The 3 girls ran to hug his legs. "Happy birthday, Daddy." Jamie picked them up one by one, kissing their hair. But someone was missing. Amelia was missing. "Girls, where is Mommy?" The 3 girls shrugged playfully. Mommy said she was preparing the last gift for Daddy. And they gave him a clue. The last clue. "To the place where I promised to love you forever." Jamie paused. The apple tree behind the house. Where he once said to Amelia, on a sunny day, "I will love you longer than this life." Under the apple tree, a gift Jamie did not expect. When Jamie stepped out into the backyard, his heart slowed. Because Amelia was standing under the apple tree, in the dewy grass, in a soft white dress. In her hands was a round box wrapped in ribbon. The wind was blowing gently. The sky was clear. And she was as beautiful as the day he first saw her. Jamie walked over, speechless. "Happy birthday," Amelia said, her voice soft and warm as a candle. You do all this?" Jamie asked, still amazed. "Yes," Amelia smiled, "because after all these difficult years, I want you to have a truly happy birthday. A day when your heart knows how much you are loved." Jamie walked over and placed his hand on her cheek. "I never doubted it, but today, you filled my heart to the brim." Amelia opened the box in her hands. Inside was a vintage watch, the kind Jamie always loved, but on the back of the watch was engraved a small line. "Time only matters when it's with you." Jamie couldn't help it anymore. He hugged Amelia tightly, burying his face in her shoulder. "Amelia, you are the greatest gift of my life." She hugged him, her hand gently stroking his back as if to comfort him. "And you," Amelia whispered, "are the reason I want to live another 1,000 years." Surprise dinner, candlelight, smiles and the perfect family. That night, Amelia prepared a small dinner, just for the family: yellow candles, wine, Jamie's favorite food and a big birthday cake. The 3 girls wore beautiful dresses. Ginger was tied with a red bow. The whole family sang, "Happy Birthday." Jamie laughed so hard that her eyes curved like the moon. After the meal, Amelia put her hand on Jamie's hand and looked at him for a long time. "Are you happy?" "You are in the happiest moment of your life," Jamie replied. "Because not everyone is loved the way I love you." Amelia smiled softly. "Then, let me love you for the rest of my life." Jamie took her hand and put it to his lips. "And let me love you for longer than life." But the beginning of a new year filled with love. When night fell and the children were asleep, Jamie and Amelia sat on the porch, the only sound being the gentle breeze. Jamie pulled Amelia close, her head resting on his shoulder. "Thank you," Jamie whispered. "For loving me with all your heart. For bringing peace back. For making this the best birthday I've ever had." Amelia smiled, wrapping her arms around him. "Then, let's make next year even better." The wind blew through her hair, and Jamie kissed her temple. "As long as I have you here," Jamie said, his voice low and gentle. "Every day is my birthday." And under the clear night sky, they sat together, 2 souls who had been through storms, now allowed to live in the peace they deserved.